Imam Sadaq Khan giving a lecture on the story of Adam. He is born and completed secondary education in Pakistan. He is Fazil in Arabic, a degree in Arabic language. He has completed Shahadatul Alamiyah a degree equivalent to MA Arabic and Islamic Studies. He also is a Hafiz, means memorized Quran, and here he has memorized Quran. And he also has attended basic course of for Imam and Khatib. He also attended Imam straight course in Egypt, Jamia Azhar. So now he is going to present on story of Adam.
Thank you, Brother Abdullah, and I welcome you now this English section course about introduction course about Islam. While this is I think the final section is going on. So thank you, sister. You spared the time for this section. And normally we conduct our class like on a presentation style, but we are just two. So it's better I think when we sit and talk. What you suggest?
Okay, no problem. Fine.
Of course.
If you're not, I think in joining, so maybe you can from starting if you was not, and you think to the conducting section should be like the class. So maybe you can sit outside there. Can you also benefit it? But if you want to, let's sit with us here.
I think she prefers this class, right?
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah.
She told me. And better, because last time I talked to her, then I convinced her to come in our section. We are conducting two sections. How about the other sister? She was with you.
Well, I lost contact with her.
Oh,
Yeah, because
you was just
last
gathered in the
time-
mosque.
I just met her last time.
Oh, you just
She's
met her.
actually, we're not friends,
Oh,
but
you.
she told me her situation and
And
how
your
she's
situation
struggling a
was-
little.
Oh,
So I thought it's a good idea if I keep her contact and I can talk to her and like invite her to come.
you both were in the same situation.
Um,
Similar.
I don't know because I kind of made up my mind already.
Okay.
Yeah, but she is kind of in a struggle. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how about today's lesson? Today's talk is regard the story of Adam. From both, the aspect how it is mentioned and how it is told in the Bible, and how it has been narrated in the Quran. The both aspect today will be covered shortly, like how in the Bible it's quoting the Genesis chapter 1, 2 and 3, and then in the Quran. If we go in the end from the both, we are not just going to be go through by as a story, but there are the few knowledge and wisdom for us. We should have to be draw some lesson in our daily life, and we should have to be let's get knowledge from this story, not just to be go through as a story. Okay, and in the end, the story quoted in the Bible and the story in the Quran, in the end when we go to be compared, it is seem like the same, except a few principle where is a differ than the Bible, the book of Genesis what they are quoting, and the Quran what they are quoting. The some things are different. Rest the story like how God created Adam, then Eve, and then created the earth, skies, animals, creations, and then made the Garden of the Eden, and then God Almighty put the Adam in the Eden, and then serpent snake, he tried to deceive Eve, and then she took some fruit. So this all in the Quran is similarly. But in this story, there are the few aspects on through by slides I'll be indicated. Okay, in Genesis, the book of Genesis, like chapter 1, 2 or 3, there is all stories quoted. Even on the Bible Gate, you can find also on the internet. And this is the New International Version of the Bible. And there you can find this even in the sound, this old story is recorded in the Bible Gate, this website. So in the Quran, the similar way, but in the Quran, not just it's covered in just in a one chapter, but it's been spreaded in the whole Quran. In the whole Quran, sometimes it's in chapter number 20, some verses are there, some verses are in chapter number 1, some verses are in chapter number 23. So it's spread in a different places. As God will think, okay, now this is the best to I again share with them the story of Adam from some aspect. So then God Almighty again share and reveal that message on the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. While in the slides, I make, like as a story wise, I make it together. Okay? So, in the Bible perspective view, in the very beginning, there was nothing except God. Then God Almighty created the earth and heaven. And when you look at the earth, it was formless and empty. And the earth was covered with a darkness. And then the Spirit of God was hovering over the water. When God looked at the earth, so He decided there should be light. And there was light. When God saw the light, according to Bible perspective, when God saw the light, He liked it, and He named the light a day, and He named the dark a night. Then God saw, okay, the vault of water should be different than the water gathered, and He made a sky. Then from the water, it was spread upon whole earth, surface of the earth was covered with the water, and then God all water made together to let the dryness of the land appear. And then the dryness of the land, God given the name land, and the whole water gathered in one place is given a name sea. Then God Almighty made a creation in the seas, fish, all kind of fish, and then God decided, okay, the land should have to be provide some food. So then God made it the all kind of plant on the earth. Then, okay, God decided, then later in the end, the God made Adam from the dust of the earth. When God made it, okay, the Adam was alone and he used to live. And then God made the garden after Eden, and then God put him in the garden and asked him to work the garden, and then you take care of it, and then you will be responsible here. Then later, when the God decided, oh, the man should have to be not live alone. He should have to be some partner, some helper with him. So the God, to bring forth all kind of creation God had been created in front of the Adam. To what Adam would name them. What Adam would name them, that should be the name of every creation. So the Adam named to every creation. The wild animals, the birds in the skies, and the fishes, all animals and things, all creation in the seas. Then, but the not suitable helper was found for the Adam. Then the God decided, okay, to let Adam fall in a deep sleep. When Adam slept, okay, the God take one of his rib and then covered it with the flesh and make similar like a Adam as a shape of woman. And then when Adam, he awake up, he saw, oh, there is one woman. So when the Adam look at the woman and give her the name Eve, and then ask, oh, you are from my rib, you are part of my body, and the flesh is from my flesh, so that's why you should have to call woman. Then Adam gave the name to his helper, woman. Then this whole story, okay, then the God Almighty put the Adam in the Garden of Eden, where the Adam used to live with the Eve. And then among the creation of the God Almighty, the serpent was the most crafty animal. And then the serpent deceived Eve and asked, have the God asked you to eat anything in the garden? Eve replied, no, we've been permissible to eat all kind of food which is desirable and pleased to our eye and good for health. We are permissible to eat, except the one trees from where we've been forbidden. When God Almighty created Adam, the God Almighty asked Adam, you have to eat all kind of food and you are responsible in this garden, but you should have to don't go close to this tree, even don't touch it and not eat its food. And that was the tree of knowledge, and that was the tree of knowledge, good and evil, and the tree of life. You say, oh, there's two kind of tree there was. You can't touch this. Okay. When the serpent deceived the Eve, and when the Eve looked aside that tree, and oh, its fruit was pleased to her eye, and then she was also desirable to gain a knowledge, so she ate from it and gave some fruits to her husband, like Adam. When Adam ate it, okay, when they both ate it. So because the serpent, they deceive Eve, why God Almighty asked you could not eat from this food. Because the God know, He make you in His likeness. When the God created the whole things, and then the God said, okay, there should be the one thing like similar to me. Similar, like my likeness, I should have to be created one human being. When God created Adam and breathed in his nostril the breath of the life, so then the Adam become as a living human being. Then this later on, when all they were living, serpent they deceived Eve. Then okay, God called the Adam. And then when they realized the God is walking in the garden on a cool day, and they hid themselves in the trees. God called the Adam, where you? Adam said, I hid myself because I am naked. God said, who told you are naked? Have you eaten from that tree? I have commanded you are not permissible to eat that tree food. Then Adam said, yeah, the lady you put in my side, she also gave me some food, and then I ate it, and then I realized I am naked. The serpent also, when she deceived Eve, the serpent said to the Eve, when you eat this food, you will become immortal, or your eye will be open, or you will become like the angels. So the Eve was deceived because the food was good, and then she was desiring to, okay, will gain a knowledge. When they ate the food, really their eyes was open. They saw, oh, they were naked, and they feel shy. While before, when God created them, they both were naked, but they did not realize the same thing. When they did not realize, they were living. But when they ate that food, they realized, oh, we are naked, and they feel shy. They were taking leaves from the garden, the leaf of fig, and then they were covering their shame parts of the body. And when the God is coming, they hid themselves. Then from there, God said, okay, Eve, okay. Then the Eve said, I was deceived by the serpent. The serpent deceived me and asked me, no, if you eat it, so you become like angels, or you will know the good and evil things. So that's why you should have to be eat from this tree. God had not must ask you must not eat, but the God said, no, you are allowed to eat in a whole garden from anywhere, but you must not eat from this tree. And then the serpent deceived it, and then the God said to the serpent, this all is done because of you. This all is done because of you. So okay, the punishment announced by the God for the serpent, for the Eve, for the Adam. What Lord God said to the serpent, okay, you have deceived the Eve, and I asked them they must not eat from this tree. And they ate from the tree of knowledge, not from the tree of life. So God said, okay, now they are like me. They also know the good and evil. So I must refrain them from the tree of life, to let their hand not reach to the tree of life. So because of that, God banished them and sent them on the earth. While the Adam was created from the earth, from the dust of the earth. Okay, so there the God, He announced the punishment to the serpent, to the Eve, to the Adam. The God said to the serpent, okay, by your whole life, you will be crawling on your belly. You will be eat the dust your whole life. And I put the enmity between you and your offspring, and between the human being and his offspring, between the offspring of the Eve. Okay, they will be crushed your head while you will be strike their heel. Then the God said to the Eve, your punishment, I will be increase a pain during a childbearing. I will be increase a pain for you. And during labor time, the pain will be more than more. And your desire will be for your husband, and he will be ruled over you. Then the God said to the Adam, because of you, this earth being cursed, so you will be eat the food by the toil of your whole day and night. You will be eat a food with a very hardness. Mean, okay, It's deciding, okay, for the woman have also punishment, for the man have also punishment, and for the serpent have also punishment. And they banished from the Garden of Eden to let they don't reach to the tree of life. Because if they eat from the tree of life, so they will be like a God forever. Like now, in one things they are like the God, because the God knows the good and evil. And when they ate from that tree, so they are also like their body, their shape is similar like God. Because God created them and made them like His shape, like His likeness. Okay, then God banished them and then sent down on the earth. Okay, then what was happened? Then when they sent down on the earth, so then the God saved the way to the tree of the life, and the God put there a sword, which is the flashing from front and the back side, okay, to let the Adam will be not reached to the tree of life. So these stories being the covered and told in the Bible, book Genesis chapter 1, 2, and the 3 somethings. So this all is covered in the Bible. Now, what is the Quran aspect regard the Bible? Regard the story of Adam, sorry. In Quran also say, when the God Almighty asks the angels, I am going to appoint a generation in the earth. In Quran, first the Quran say, this earth and skies was together, and then the God Almighty make them different. And in the Quran, one place the God say, I have made this whole thing in 6 days. In the Bible it is said, okay, in 6 days when God Almighty, like one day He did this thing, another day He did second thing, and third day He make a sun and moon, and fourth day He make a creation, and the fifth day He make a Adam, on 6th day He made this thing, and the 7th day He take rest. That's why He give a name to that day. This is a holy day because the God take a rest. What He had been to done, He completed. In the Quran, the God Almighty say, okay, I have made this earth and then these skies was together, I make them different. And then God say, I have made the 7 skies and the 7 earths in the 6 days. ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ, then He seated Himself on the arsh, above on this whole thing. So there is no like a similitude of the God. When we realize, okay, before coming to Adam, okay, when God created these 7 earth and 7 skies, and then after creating this whole things, He sit above the earth, He sit above the skies on the arsh, like a kingdom. He sit there. When we say, okay, there is no similitude of the God, there is no look like a God. So if He sit on the earth, like on His kingdom, when His kingdom, the like you can say the table, or maybe His kingdom was held by many angels who are like a deputy and the trustee of the God Almighty and appointed by God Almighty on the different works they are doing. Okay, when there is no similitude like the God, so how can He sit on the earth? So sitting, when someone is sitting, so maybe he is look like someone. He is covering some areas. So he is covered being. So in the Quran there are many verses in which is not, it can apply on its real meaning. ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ mean that His power is above everything. Like He is holding and controlling and sustaining everything. When He created the earth, when He created the skies, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ mean His power is over all things. So He is controlling, sustaining everything and provisioning and providing everything. While it doesn't mean like He Himself just seated on the earth and He just present there. But if someone asks in the hadith, one narration is there, like one lady came to the Prophet ﷺ and then she asked, she is a Muslim, then Prophet asked her, okay, you believe in God? She said yes. So the Prophet asked him, where is the God? She said, above the skies, on the skies. So then the Prophet said, yes, she is a Muslim, let's leave her. So their concept, like if someone will say, where is God? God is very above, in a very, very top and very up place. We can't imagine that. So it's give like an example, He's above the sky. While if we just confine Him just above on the skies, okay, above on the heavens, okay, He's just there. How about the rest places? There are no God. So that's we say, okay, in Quran, like there have one verse in the Quran, these rivers are flowing under the Fir'aun. Pharaoh was the one king, and then the Musa was sent as a messenger by God Almighty to go and convey my message to the Pharaoh. But the Pharaoh claimed about himself that he is the God. So one time he proved to the people of the Egypt, he told them, okay, you don't see these rivers are flowing under me? So what does it mean? The Pharaoh was standing and a river was flowing among his 2 feet? So there is not a real meaning can be implied. It's mean like the Pharaoh when claim in front of his nation, you don't see these rivers are flowing under me, like mean under my authority. If I go to stop them, so no one is to accept me to go to again allow it. Like if I make a bridge, okay, if I make to stop them, I make some stopper. So mean my authority upon these rivers, my authority upon these gardens. So similar, the God says, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَىٰ عَلَى الْعَرْشِ, His authority upon the heavens, His authority upon the earth, His authority upon every human being or every creation. Okay. Then the God say, after this creating, the God say, because the angel being created first by human being, then the God say to the angels, I am going to appointing one Khalifa, like one generation, one like deputy, one like trustee in the earth. On my behalf, they will take actions. What I will command them, they will go to follow it. The angels, they say, oh God Almighty, you are creating, when they look at, because in the Quran say, the human being also being the man being creating from the essence of the earth, like clay, from the essence of the clay. Like similar, from the dust of the earth, essence of clay, same thing. Both the Bible say also created human being from earth, Quran also say created human being from earth. Okay. But when they realize the shape of a human being, so the angels, they inquire the God Almighty with humbly, you are creating who will be mischief on the earth, who will be shed blood on the earth, and nowadays we are realizing, and even in the early days it was happened. So the God replied them that I know what you don't know. Because the angels, they were created by light, and God Almighty just put a good things in the angels. Like their natures, like being a naturally, the being all human being there, when they born, they sinless born and they born on the fitrah. Naturally they are doing a good things. Then later on their families, they try to move them to the some planes. Maybe some make them Muslim, some make them Christian, some make them Buddhist, some take them to some other ways. So similar, when the angels, they saw the shape of a human being, they say, oh, they will be shed blood, they will be mischief, mislead, all these things will be done. The God say, I know what you don't know. Because all the time they say there, oh God Almighty, we all the time praising you and sanctifying you. نحن نسبح ونقدس لك. The God say, إني أعلم ما لا تعلم. Then the God say, وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة. God taught all names of every creating things. Like in the Bible, so God brings forth all wild animals, all birds in the skies, and then all things in the seas. Bring forth to the Adam what Adam would name them. In the Quran, similar things say, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. God taught Adam the name of everything, and then present that thing to the angels. ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Then God asked to the angels, okay, if you say this, you are objecting, or maybe you are inquiring, you are making question on the Adam, like there will be bloodshed, there will be mischief, all these things. Okay, so let's you answer me. ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ. Let's you answer me the name of these all things. In kuntum sadiqin, if you are the true. So what they say? They say, oh God, you know, we don't know. And then when the God created Adam, then the God said to the angels, when I create him, so you should have to be prostrate before him. You have to be prostrate before him. This was like a making sajda or prostration. Nas was the type of worship. But this was just a following the order of God. When God asked them, when I create him, okay, you prostrate before Adam. And when God ordered them, the Iblis, who was from the jinn, but who was standing in the lines of the angels. Okay, when God created and then put, like in a Bible say, the God breath from his nostril, the breath of life. When God created him and put the soul of life inside of Adam was standing. And then the old angels, they prostrate before the Adam. Why? The Iblis, he was standing, he was out of organ, and then he proud, why I prostrate in front of Adam? Then the God asked, I have ordered you all prostrate before Adam, but you have not prostrate before Adam. Why? Then the Iblis replied, actually I am better than him, because you created me from fire and have you created him from the dust, while the fire it's always prevail on the earth, on the dust. So that's why I am better than him. So why I prostrate before Adam? So from here the scholars say, okay, the Iblis, he was not from the angels, because the angels been created from light, and the jinns was also the creation of the God, and they were given a free hand, and before a human being they were living on the earth, and they were the free possessive, and then they were created from fire. When Iblis say this thing, so then the God say, okay, you are not following, and he was the first, he disobeyed the order of God. So God also banished him and say, my curse upon you, and the curse of all human beings and all living creatures upon you.
Yeah.
So then he asked for the time. He respected the God. Okay. Here he never asked, okay, I do mistakes, so I ask forgiveness, let's you God forgive me. No. But he said, okay, oh God Almighty, because of Adam, you are banishing me and your curse upon me. So let's give me a time till the day of judgment. I will be deceived Adam, and I will be deceived the offspring of the Adam. When Adam was banished from the Jannah, from the Garden of Eden, when they did not prostrate in front of Adam, so the God put the Adam in the garden while they both were living. And the similar, once he was sleeping, so then the woman, the God created from the rib of the Adam. They both were living, and the God said to the Adam, like enlighten, the shaitan is your open enemy, the Iblis. He will be deceive you from this garden. While in this garden, you are in happiness and you are free to eat everything, but you don't go close to this tree. Now in the Quran, there is no name of the tree, what kind of that tree, and there is no two type of tree, but there was just the God say, you have to be, don't go close to this tree. Okay? And Adam, and the God enlightened the Adam, the Iblis, who have not prostrate before you, he will be deceive you, and then he will be trying to make you out from this happiness. While the Adam and the Eve, they both were living in the garden, and then